Hello, human peoples. You're listening to the podcast network of Gamefully Unemployed. Support us and gain access to great exclusive podcasts like Fox Mulder is a Maniac, Tom and Jeff Watch Batman, Star Trek The Next Futurama, and our latest show, Spiel Boys. Head over to patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. We do game streaming, movie nights with our patrons every Friday night, and you can even commission your own podcast about anything you want. Literally anything, within reason, and we have to do it. You are quite frankly out of excuses not to go visit patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. That's patreon.com/GAMEFULLY unemployed, which is spelled like it sounds.
Hypecast mit Tom Reimann und David Bell.
Oh, yeah!
Getting back into it.
Woohoo!
Getting back into our
2022!
jobs.
The best year.
It will be the
Surely.
best year ever. Yeah,
Surely.
surely we're due for one.
Yeah, it's time. It's time.
After the two worst years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're owed a good
I feel
year.
good about this year.
Okay.
I, too, feel good about
Hey.
All
this year.
right.
Hey.
I see.
What's the worst that can happen?
What's the worst gonna happen?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Honestly,
Nothing.
yeah.
I can't think of a single thing.
Yeah. What fresh hell could possibly descend upon us?
Nah, we're good.
We've run out
Yeah.
of fresh hells. We're all
We're out of them. We're all out of them. They're not going to be fresh. They're going to be
Mm-hmm.
stale old hells
Yeah.
by the time they make their merry way to us in 2022.
And we'll be like, get out of here. We're getting fresh air today.
Get out of here, you musty old hells. We seen
And then-
this one.
And then it'll leave.
Yeah.
and
Respectfully.
then it'll leave.
It'll be embarrassed. It'll be slightly embarrassed that it had nothing new to offer, nothing fresh.
As it should.
Well, hello, everyone.
Hello,
Another episode of Hypecast! The
Hypecast.
show where we get hyped about stuff and things and new years. I'm your
We're
co-host,
back,
Tom
baby.
Ryman. Yes!
I am your other co-host, David Bell, and we have
A third
Yes.
voice.
Hi. Hello. I'm Cody. This is
Hi,
how I
Cody.
really sound sometimes
Oh.
when I speak like in a stilted sort of voice.
Mm-hmm.
But hi. Hello.
Yeah. Hi.
How are
hello,
you?
Cody.
I'm hyped. Hello.
Ah-cha-cha.
Yeah. How's it going?
You know, it's going. It's going. It's moving along.
Love to hear it.
It is moving along.
It's moving right along.
I've been really struggling with my factory, you guys. I keep losing power.
Yeah.
It's very frustrating. I can't solve power, so that's what's new with me.
Oof. I'm so sorry, man. I'm so
Mhm.
sorry.
Mm-hmm. Have you tried in times like these, it's often helpful to turn to the lessons of the past. Have you tried murdering your workforce?
Ooh, that's a good idea. I don't have a workforce
Give
yet.
it a shot.
All right.
Hire
I'll get
a
a bunch of
workforce
children.
and then
Yeah.
Hire a workforce and then murder. It worked for Henry Ford and Coca-Cola. Not Henry Ford.
Yeah, that's true.
Carnegie. One of those guys. Anyway.
It's worked for somebody, surely.
It's worked for one of those dudes.
At least.
At least one robber baron.
Yeah. Oh God, this is it's a great conversation to come back to.
I know.
We were talking about before we started. Like we haven't podcasted for like a month.
Yeah.
I this week I'm like diving right back in. I have like 6 fucking podcasts.
Yeah.
I'm guesting on stuff. It's
You
just,
mad bastard! You're
Yeah.
you're flinging yourself right back into it, like Matthew McConaughey in the end of Reign of Fire.
Wild
Exactly.
choices, wild reference. Wild all around.
But shaking off the cobwebs. We're
Yep.
good to go. We're excited.
Yep, I'm drinking
we're-
tea.
I would even
I'm
say we're
drinking
hyped.
tea.
Yeah.
I would go so far to say that we are hyped. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
got
more than
a-
excited.
a veritable smorgasbord of trailers to get through today.
So many trailers.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, in a rare move, we're eschewing the news because there's not really much entertainment news anyway, apart from the virus closing everything down and making all the festivals remote again.
They can stay remote. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, there's arguments. I mean, among people who actually cover the festivals and also have their films screened in festivals and stuff. There's arguments to be made for their continued existence. But yes, obviously, right now they should all be virtual. There's no reason.
Yeah.
To
and I guess
do that
yeah,
right now.
If I made a film, I would want a theater of people to see the film.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
But as someone as a consumer of films,
Right.
I'm like, just put it on the box.
Yeah, beam
I have
it
in
into my
house.
brain. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, I can't wait till you can just beam films directly into our memories, and we don't even have to watch them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. You can just remember your favorite lines.
Just plug it
Yeah.
in, plug it into my brain like fucking Neo.
Yeah.
That's all I want. That's all I
Ooh.
want.
Speaking of which, I just want to let people know we will be reviewing the new Matrix Monday. We were a little late on that, but that's okay.
It's because it's because someone got COVID, like a son of a bitch.
Keanu?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll say Keanu. We'll blame it on Keanu.
Poor guy.
Yeah. Tom, how you feeling? How you doing?
I'm feeling
Not
great,
saying
man.
it was you, but I'm just going to
feeling
ask.
great. You know, I'm just incidentally, I sound really muted and congested, and I'm drinking tea, just because I like to feel cozy in this winter's eve.
Yeah.
As we record
Feel
this,
cozy.
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 Cozy? Oh, we coined a new phrase.
Cozy. I'm
Cozy
feeling a little
today.
cozy today. Cozy.
Such a down-home way to say it. What a...
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Congratulations? I feel that's not.
No, that's definitely not the thing
Good
to say.
luck.
Sorry. The word-
sorry
it's
for
sorry.
your, yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
that
sorry
might be
for
the-
your
yeah.
virus. Is
Yeah,
Sorry,
sorry you got the plague. Yeah, that's
Everybody send Tom your love
money.
and money.
Yeah,
Your love and money.
there we go.
My Venmo is all right.
Should we get started?
I think we
Speaking
should
of money,
go ahead. Yeah, speaking of money, we
Ah.
have
We have-
producers.
we do have producers, and they're wonderful, and we're gonna name some of them.
Yeah, let's do that.
And I'm gonna begin that.
Yeah, start.
First name of the New Year's. Big thank you to Lef. Lef, thank you so much. Thank you to Samuel Beckett's Donuts and Mortgage Emporium.
Holy shit.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Thank you to Ryan, the silly money goose. Thank you to Snapper Carr, punches God in the dick.
Yeah, he does.
Thank you to @NerdNumbers. Thank you to Mike the Lurker. I have Ann Fighter, but I feel like I need a new one there. I'll get back to you, Mike.
Sure.
I'll get back to you, Mike. Big thank you to DJ Finney.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you to Dracula the bus driving vampire.
Always.
Thank you to Brockway loves the meat Millie.
He does.
Thank you to Grumblebee.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you to Screaming Horse Pyramid.
Look, they're not.
Thank you very much.
They're not meant to be in that shape. Of course, they're gonna scream.
That's true.
Let me jump in here. Thank you to Look Mom on a podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you to Seismic Charge Noise.
Thank you.
Thank you to Deborah's Awesome. Barbara's Great. Cancer Can Go to Hell. Formerly Jake.
Thank you.
Thank you to Numino Ultra Microscopic Silico Volcanoconiosis Jones.
Nice.
I made half of that up in my brain. Thank you to the baby from Eraserhead.
Thank you.
Thank you to Jizz Lily Tits. Jizz
Thank you.
Lily Tits. Thank you to
Jizz.
these 7 Bs.
Thank you.
Thank you to Breezy Ruizy.
Thank you.
Thank you to Davey Francis for the Revenge.
Thanks.
And thank you to MVB.
Thank you.
All right, now we have 100,000 trailers together. We've been off for a few weeks. They keep pumping out trailers. Just when
There's
we
so
thought,
many fucking
just when we thought
trailers.
we were out, they pull us back in.
We have
yeah.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 trailers. So,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, we're
So let's
starting
let's
with
fucking start, man.
The Batman. New trailer with a Catwoman.
Bat and the cat.
The Bat and the Cat. That's
Yeah.
right.
A lot of fighting in this trailer.
And lovin'.
A little bit of
loving,
loving, a little bit of loving,
Some
but
brooding
it seemed,
too.
lots
Brooding.
of brooding, lots of brooding. I will say I am digging that they're sticking with using the score that's based on Something in the Way.
Oh, okay.
Like that's still like the score. So
Yeah.
I'm wondering if it's going to do like a thing like Us did with got 5 on it and like incorporate that into the score.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I like the look of the Batman stuff. I'm finding the Robert Pattinson, which he's great. We love Robert Pattinson. His Bruce Wayne, it does, I don't know. Like, I think after Affleck, I really got a taste for like old grizzled Bruce Wayne.
That's my favorite brand of Batman is like shitty old Batman.
Yeah.
And now going back to like young brooding, I'm like, you're beautiful. You got your whole life ahead of you. You're rich. Like, it's fine.
Yeah, get better. Like,
Wait till you get a knee full of arthritis and then come back to me.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my Batman.
Fight Superman a few times and then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little also like it's a little too emo. Like the hair, it's like I don't think when I think of Bruce Wayne, I don't think of greasy, and that's what I get from this Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, he's like greasy dirtbag. Like, he's like a guitarist that you'd find sleeping on someone's couch.
Yes.
Yeah.
It doesn't quite fit.
Like,
yeah.
He's full of gadgets, but there is.
It's kind of Batman's deal.
Yeah. I don't like bringing this shame, but he does look like I feel like I could take him. And I can't take anyone. Like, he does feel a little scrawny as a Batman. But again, I love Robert Pattinson. And didn't he have a quote where he was like, "Nah, I didn't work out for this"?
He did. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, he did. It was in that glorious whatever GQ or whatever profile where he talked about like making baked spaghetti in the microwave and setting his microwave on fire. Like the reveal that he lives like a raccoon was
He's a weird little freak. It's amazing.
It's perfect. It's perfect. Of course he is.
Yeah.
So that would be why he's like greasy weirdo.
Exactly. Yeah. It's definitely a take on the character that comes from a real place.
Yeah.
Right.
I was never more excited to learn that he is closer to his character in The Lighthouse than he is to Edward Cullen in real life. Like he's this weird raccoon man.
Yeah. That's what they should have called it.
Raccoon
Man.
Weird
Yeah.
raccoon
He's just
man.
new superhero.
Rooting through a dumpster.
Yeah, because like I feel like him and the Riddler, like there's not much difference.
Not really.
This, like,
I was gonna say, like, he does look like he's playing the Riddler a little bit, or like a Mad Hatter type character. Like he looks like a villain. Maybe that's part of the point. I don't know, but like,
I think it might be because it does seem like they're definitely doing a world where Gotham is like not too keen on Batman. It seems
right.
Why would you be, honestly?
Right, and I do like them bringing that into it because
like, if Batman was for real running around in like Los Angeles, like I would be just waiting on pins and needles for him to drop a manifesto on YouTube or something, you know, like it's like, now we got to get rid of all the Jews or something, like, you know, like because there's a guy who's out there in a Halloween costume fighting against like the quote unquote filth of the city. It's like, this is gonna go in one direction, I feel.
Only one.
People wouldn't be. Yeah, exactly. People wouldn't be too keen on him, I don't think. At least a lot of people wouldn't be anyway.
They've always had that arc, you know, but I feel like the arc has always been glamorous. Yeah. Does that make sense? Where it's like
it's always been like he's taking the law into his own hands. Whereas now, I think we've gotten such a taste of this kind of. It's all like this Travis Bickle sort of personality with among like mass shooters and stuff, where it's like if we saw a guy like this, we'd be less concerned.
We'd be more worried,
right? Less concerned with he's taking the law into his own hands, and more concerned with I think this guy's a terrorist. Yeah,
and I want because they like in the Christian Bale one, they do the thing where the public is like he's a menace, but we the audience we love him because he's Christian Bale. I kind of want to not like him in this movie, and not in a superficial way, in a way where it's like, he sucks. Like, he's kind of maybe he shouldn't be around.
He shouldn't do this.
Yeah, I think that might be where it's leaning. Aside from like the moments where you're like, well, obviously like get the Riddler.
Right.
You know.
Obviously, the Riddler. Has to be
we got to get rid of the Riddler. Okay, you should do that.
We got to do Riddler.
Yeah. But it does feel like, and also just like him as like as an act, like agreeing to be Batman. Like you're like, what? It seems like he would want that sort of element to it to make it at least a little interesting.
Yeah.
Because we've just seen it so many times, and
Yeah.
I weirdly don't have Batman fatigue. And I think it's like as much as like Marvel fatigue or whatever, and I think it's just because this looks so different from what we've seen, especially recently, but in general, like it's very much like we're not doing the franchise thing. It's just here's this Batman story, and we're leaving it at that. Where it's like, oh yeah, do that. I'll watch a Batman a year if it's like different every time.
Yeah,
I think that's the secret. Is they're always like 3 movies and you're done, and we'll move on to new Batman. And that I agree. I'm not feeling the fatigue because every new Batman, I'm like, ooh, this looks like a new, interesting version.
Yeah.
And I will say that I would love them to go the other way with it again. I want a Schumacher-style Batman. That said, it hadn't even occurred to me, one of the villains that's the easiest to make gritty is the Riddler, because he's just John Doe from Seven.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, once you grit him up, he's just a maniac who kills people and leaves riddles. And it's like, oh yeah.
I guess it is a little better than the Ace Ventura version of the Riddler.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although I agree, I would like to see it go back to the other end of things tonally. We'll eventually get there probably. It'll be fun. But, like, I don't know, this trailer specifically, there's some cool shots in it. A lot of the stuff in the car where it's like the camera's sort of fixed to the car. There's a lot of spinning around. The red stuff, the music. I am a huge Giacchino fan. The guy who's doing the soundtrack is amazing at every single thing that he does. So I don't know. I support it.
It looks really good. I am excited for this.
Yeah, this one showed off a lot more of the fighting too, and it all looks pretty cool.
Yeah, a lot of the fighting was like, oh wait, you're doing. It's like not. It's not like breaking the mold, but it is like, oh, you're doing a little different. This is cool.
Yeah, and I appreciate that it's not doing the Jason Bourne a million cuts.
My
thing.
God,
like,
yeah. It's like that's the thing, and that's the thing I think that a lot of they'll never learn, but like a lot of like Marvel movies, a lot of comic book movies don't really learn is that comics, they're a visual medium and there's like fighting and stuff, but the beauty of a comic book page is that it's planned out in a way where you can stare at one image and you can take all of that image in. And if you're cutting back and forth during all these fights, you don't get that sense. It's why like people gravitate so much towards whenever there's like a hallway scene, right? Like the Daredevil thing or like something where it's like, oh, it's a fixed image and there's like fighting going on. But the actual like the framing of the shot, it's like one panel with motion in it instead of like jumping from panel to panel, 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 panel. It lets you sort of take the image in while there's action going on, and you sort of get the best of both worlds. You get a movie and the panel element of a comic book. And it does seem like this movie, specifically with the action, is trying to do that.
That is a great way of putting it, because I think we struggled with the concept of adapting comic books. I think of like Ang Lee's The Hulk, where it's like, all right, settle down.
Right,
like
you try anything, but yeah.
But that is a big visual piece of comics that can translate to film without it being shoved in your face. So that is a great point.
It's doable, but yeah.
Yeah. I there's also in this trailer some sort of dark truth, which is funny to me because it's like, we've just met this Batman.
Yeah.
So there's stuff where it's like, you lied to me, Alfred, and it's like, oh, okay.
We all know.
Right. Wait, when?
We all know the Batman story at this point, so it's
of course,
Yeah. I was guessing, like, I'm weirdly like, I'm back and forth on that because part of me was like, I don't care about the fucking thing that happened. Like, I don't care about whatever secret it is. But at the same time, it's like, all right, if you're gonna mention the fucking thing that we all know, at least you're doing a little twist on it and trying to make it a little more compelling. But.
Yeah,
the implication seems to me, I think it might be that the Riddler is like his brother or something.
Well,
like that seems to be an implication of the trailer.
Yeah,
that would explain his hair too.
Yeah, they both
like he looks like a Riddler. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's Dano, right?
Yeah, Paul Dano and Robert Pattinson do look similar.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not fully against that.
The ending fight is they're just gonna out mope each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're not actually gonna fight. They're just gonna sneer.
One's gonna say Martha and the other's gonna say Martha, and then they'll be like, "Wait, that's my mom. Mine too." But it'll be literally the same mom instead of just the same name.
Oh, one can only hope.
One can only hope.
They both have the same like Locket cameo.
Yeah.
I will also say this trailer, they glossed over it a little bit, but every time I watch one of these trailers for this movie, I forget that Colin Farrell is the Penguin.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Incredible job.
How could you remember that? Like, look at him.
It's so good, and I can't wait to actually see like scenes with him where I can like more than 2 seconds of his face and acting to like really experience it.
Yeah.
I think he might be the Spider-Man Rhino situation.
Yeah.
I think we're going to get an opening where he takes down the Penguin, and then he'll be in jail for the movie. That's my guess for the Penguin.
I think that's a fair guess, because it's clearly like a Riddler movie.
Right, and they're going to juggle that with Catwoman, which Catwoman doesn't strike me as also like... I'm glad she's in there. She looks great. It seems like a lot to put in one Batman movie, but
Carmine Falcone's in it apparently.
Yeah, from what I have, and we've talked about this before, but from what I read initially when the movie was first announced, it's a mystery that involves a lot of Batman characters. So it would be similar. I'm expecting something similar to like Hush or like The Long Halloween, where it brings in a lot of his villains as potential suspects.
Oh, okay. So
I'm
he's
down
like
with
visiting
that.
them all.
Yeah.
Because that's like it's not overly complicated, but like with those, it's like, oh, we all know this. We don't need the origin of the Penguin. We don't need the origin of any of these people.
Right. We know who they are.
We recognize them instantly.
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, my only hope is that it'll be gritty. Except I want them to give Colin Farrell the Danny DeVito umbrellas.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just want him to have a bunch of magic gizmo
Wacky
umbrellas.
It's a giant rubber duck.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want all that still in there.
Matthew McConaughey's in this. What the hell?
Wait, what?
No way.
He's listed in the cast.
Oh,
God,
shit.
I hope he's credited as playing himself.
Ooh, that's incredible.
Like, I want him to be like Batman's other, like, they just stick him in as one of the villains.
Part of his rogues
That would
gallery
be incredible.
is just the actor, Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
We should move on because we got so many
All
trailers.
Right. Yeah, we got a lot of comic book stuff to cover. The next one is... Actually, no, we don't. We have exactly two
These
comic
two,
book
yeah,
things
these
to discuss. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. This was the trailer, I believe, that was after the new Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Although it feels slightly different, although,
I think it is. I think it's a little different.
Yeah.
It has a lot of the same footage, but like I don't think we got the dialogue between him and Wanda in the post-credits thing on
Not
Spider-Man.
all of it.
Yeah.
I can double check that too. I watched it on a streaming on a bad site instead of the theater.
No, I mean, by all means, they made enough money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It was still good.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for this, but plot-wise, it all still feels like kind of a mess. But when I first saw the trailer in the theaters, my thought was like, this doesn't feel like Sam Raimi to me.
Yeah.
And then rewatching this, I was like, this actually feels a lot more like Sam Raimi than I realized. And it's the like portals, evil twins. Like there's some darkness. Like it does actually feel like it spans his career for both the good and the bad. Like it also invoked like his Oz movie to me.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
That movie that I constantly forget about.
Mm-hmm.
I also
You and
forgot
the
about
rest
that.
of the world. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that sense. I think hopefully it becomes even more apparent in the actual movie. I feel like this trailer still just has that Marvel sheen on it that makes it like none of it looks practical. It's all just sort of like these like slight tweaks on like a Marvel shot.
Right. I've said this before. Like Marvel is really they offer a lot if you're a writer or an actor. I think if you're a director, they're kind of like, you have to sort of stick to what we want, the aesthetic. I just also think that Sam Raimi, going back and looking at the Spider-Man films, it feels similar, where it's like Raimi is doing a studio film there, but he gets the Raimi across in those films. And I think he has that ability, like his style, he can like sort of morph his style to fit a more uniform universe like this. So I do think there's going to be some stuff. There was stuff in this trailer that felt like Raimi to me. There was like that weird voiceover thing. There's little things like that. There's how evil Doctor Strange, whatever that is, how he acts in the trailer. I just felt that like evil Ash attitude.
It's very campy almost. Like that would be great. I would love that. There is a little bit in here. You're right. I'm scrubbing through now. It's just like then you have like the scene of like him talking to Wanda. It's like, all right, this is the thing. All right, do this conversation in the Marvel movie. You can do the thing. But I'm sure I'm sure they're saving quite a bit. This is just the first trailer.
Right. It probably won't. Yeah, it probably will still look more like Marvel than a Sam Raimi film, which. That is what Marvel does. That's
but like he'll hopefully sneak in like the Doc Ock first Doc Ock scene in the second one where like his arms all the very like the camera the arm like that kind of stuff, like he'll hopefully sneak some stuff in there.
There's a shot in this trailer of it's somebody in front of a portal and the camera's just spinning. And it looks exactly like Ash go in the end of Evil Dead 2. Like, there are shots.
That's why, like, when I first heard that it was him doing this, I was like, that's the best fit for him. If there's a Marvel character that works for him, it would probably be this sort of weird Doctor Strange multiverse kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think he can. Yeah, I think he can shine as a director in this. I think it'll come out. But yeah, it won't always because of stuff like, they have second unit film the action and so on and so forth.
There's a lot of previs stuff that's like like a year ago before he even like was making this movie that they were like, this is how the scene goes. This is the fight that we want.
Right. But I am excited.
Yeah. It looks, this is the year where I'm allowing myself to be into Marvel movies that come out. We got this. We got a Thor 3 or 4, I guess. Which can't wait for that. This is gonna be fun, even though the poster is something to behold.
Wait, what's the poster?
It's just a mess. Some people like it. I don't know. It's definitely a choice that they've made to like really overdo like this saturation. Like, it's like look at all the stuff. But it's kind of like garbage to me, but it's fine. Thor's fun. It's the only guy who gets a 4th movie so far.
Yeah, that's true. Actually,
we got some Wakanda later this year too. And I think this is like we've kind of talked about this in the show that we wrote about Marvel movies, but like this is the one that's like, okay, now this is like what this phase is going to be like and about. It seems like where it's like, all right, we've done these little one-off sort of things. Now we're back into the meat of what we're trying to do.
Our Thanos. What's our Thanos?
Yeah, and like the evil Doctor Strange or whatever at the end is like, okay, so that's like probably like alluding to like the evil version of Kang that we're gonna see and the stuff from like the Loki show and things like that.
Oh, yeah. Right.
And like I think Dave, sort of what you called for about the Spider-Man movie, I feel like that's gonna happen here. Like spoilers, the X-Men aren't in Spider-Man No Way Home, but it's the kind of thing like, okay, the multiverse is breaking, this is how we bring mutants in, this is how we bring all these other things in and tie them together.
I hope because Tom, when we were reviewing Spider-Man, you pointed out, of course they wouldn't do that in a Sony film, and it's like, oh right, they wouldn't. So this would be the film where they can start using the multiverse to
fix their problems.
I don't know if it's going to fix problems. I think it's more of like it's going to instill more nihilism in us, where we no longer fight. that.
Oh, right. No, I mean,
side of it.
fix problems in a way that creates more logical problems. But like, they need to get the mutants in here. How are they going to do it? Fuck it. It's the multiverse.
Eat shit. It's the multiverse.
Yeah, fuck you. You're gonna be here forever, so enjoy it. It's the multiverse.
They should have called it Doctor Strange. Eat shit. It's the multiverse.
Eat shit. It's the multiverse.
Would watch this twice if it were called that.
Yeah.
Suck my butthole.
I would promise
nerds.
to buy 2 tickets if they called it that.
And then the Secret Wars is I don't know if I have patience for the Secret Wars. On top of the multiverse.
Oh,
but,
right. I forgot that was
Right?
going to be a thing. It's going to be a show, right? Holy shit.
Yeah,
All right.
it's
Let's
like-
Well, Secret
move on.
Invasion is going to be the show, I think.
Secret
right?
Invasion. Okay.
And then
Invasion.
Secret Wars is going to be the thing that like an Avengers movie style thing where it's like it's fucking
Right.
everybody. It's everybody you love. Tony's probably going to come back. Everyone's going to be back, and the Fantastic Four and all of them, and that's just what we're going to have.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, we're going to love it. It's going to be great.
Yeah, it's going to be so good, and we're going to be so excited.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of excited,
Ooh.
next trailer is for the unbearable weight of massive talent.
Yes.
The
This is
Nicolas
the
Cage
Nicolas Cage
movie.
as Nicolas Cage movie.
Yeah.
This looks like a
do
lot
you
of
guys
fun.
think?
This looks like a lot of fun.
It does. It also looks like a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
but so
I think
what?
I'm gonna enjoy it.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Yeah, I think it's fun and like it's very like the internet loves Nicolas Cage. We should because of who he is. We're gonna do a movie about it, and like that's fun. And I'm sure it's gonna be a little fun wild ride. There's some great stuff with Pedro Pascal going on, but also I feel like some of it's gonna feel like way too self-indulgent, and like. There's another movie we'll talk about in a little bit that I also have similar issues with, but like it'll probably be fun. It's fun.
It looks fun. It's nothing in this trailer doesn't make it look fun. It's more of just the general premise. I'm scared for it. It feels like it might be. It's at risk of being a letdown for what you're saying, Cody. Where it's like if it could go in a way that's too much. This trailer is delightful. Pedro Pascal is a great choice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I really love that dynamic. That was actually... Because I knew about this movie. I didn't know Pedro Pascal was in it, and now I'm
it has
seeing
a
them together.
pretty cool cast, beyond just Nick Cage. Yeah.
And, like, seeing them together is very fun. It's just... I don't know. I'm excited to see it. I'm just...
I think that's...
scared
I think
for
that's...
it.
I'm not, because I think just from what we see in this trailer, Nick Cage is doing like the perfect tone of making fun of himself, I think. Mm-hmm.
I really liked...
It's not like too winking at the camera, and it's like but it is clear that he's like in on the joke and he's having fun, but he's also making fun of himself.
Yeah, and I do appreciate one of the jokes where he sees the wax sculpture of him from Face Off and then tries to buy it.
Yeah.
And it was
I'll give you $25,000 for this.
Just because of Nick Cage's history with
Right.
not spending his money well.
Right. He is terrible. He is legendarily terrible with his money.
Knowing it, playing with it, it is very fun.
Yeah. But we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm just...
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Completely reasonable to have reservations about
Of course.
the Nicolas Cage movie starring Nicolas Cage as himself going on an adventure as himself.
It's a very meme movie. Like, it's
Exactly.
a snakes on a plane
I'm not
premise.
getting the Snakes on a Plane vibe from it, though. Like, it's not... It's like
well,
it's
right.
clear
It
from
looks like a well-made version of that, where it's like a meme idea, and someone's like, "Oh, we should do a fucking Nick Cage movie where he's himself," and someone who knows what they're doing and is a good filmmaker and writer is like, "Yeah, okay, I can do that."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe not. Who knows?
I think the trailer's a good sign.
Yeah.
Yes.
So everybody should check that out.
Yeah, for sure. Next trailer is for Clean, produced by Adrian Brody, starring Adrian Brody.
Adrian Brody.
Yeah.
It's like...
Everybody gets a John Wick now, right?
Oh yeah, I was
Everybody
like,
gets a
reached
John
the phase.
Wick, yes.
He knows what he wants, and he's like, I'm gonna do it too. It's my time.
Yeah, it's time for Adrian Brody's John Wick.
Yeah, it feels a little Death Wishy.
Yes,
little bit.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
But we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, it seems like less like about like a John Wick, like about the action and things like that, and like, oh, look, we can do, and more just like, look at all of the guns he could use simply to like blow people up.
To terrorize the bad guy from season 1 of Barry.
Yeah, it like seems like way more like just sort of vicious and barbaric, I guess.
Yeah. Not that this matters necessarily. It's not getting good reviews. I don't know. The action looks really fun. The John Wick stuff sneaks up on you in the trailer. Because at first I thought it was like, oh, it's a guy. He's just trying to get his life together. He's like a garbage man that dumps bodies. Did I get that?
I think so, yeah. Seems, at least at one point in the trailer, right? Like,
yeah, I think he's dumping bodies at one point. It seems like he's a guy who had a past as some sort of super bad person and is now just like working a blue-collar job. Like he's trying to get clean, as the title suggests. And then he has to save some people.
Yeah, then it has this like, you don't know who you fucked with, and it's suddenly a John Wick.
Yeah.
And I wasn't against that, and the action looked fun. It's the director of Grace, which I never saw.
I didn't see Grace.
It's also written by Adrian Brody.
Sure.
What? I didn't know that.
and the director, yeah. So Adrian Brody really had a lot of say.
Yeah, he really wanted to do this fucking movie.
A lot of input. He has his fingerprints all over this thing.
Damn.
Yeah.
Demanding his John Wick. Incredible.
Yeah.
All right.
Listen,
he
looks good and he's very talented.
Yeah, he's a great actor. He really is. Regardless of what he is like in real life. I was just going to say, listen, he bought a castle for a woman that then left him and married Chris Hemsworth, so he's got to make some of that money back.
Is that a true story?
It is an absolutely true story.
From a movie or real life?
For real life. If the reason I'm laughing, the reason I'm laughing is because if you look it up, he did a photo spread of this castle. It's not really it's like a manor that he had converted and restored into a castle in upstate New York. He did a whole photo spread on it for like New York Magazine or something, and in one of the it's him posing with I forget her name. It's like Elsa Patake, I think.
Yeah.
We've talked about this on Hypecast before, and I'm so glad.
Patake, there it is.
And
from Snakes on a Plane. From Snakes on a Plane.
Nice.
Is she? Oh wow!
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Full circle.
Incredible.
But yeah, so there's like photos where he's like, there's one where he's posing in a earth mover. She's on the shovel and he's leaning out of the cab wearing a top hat and tails. And it's it is
the Discord.
funny knowing that she would leave him right after this and start a family with Chris Hemsworth after he spent all this money on this castle and this photo shoot.
Oh my god.
I posted it on the Discord. You can look at it.
Don't buy castles for somebody you're dating.
No, never do that.
Don't do that, Adrian Brody.
At least marry that person first.
At least. If you're going to buy a castle.
Oh. And then straight to Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Right.
And they have like 100 kids now.
So isn't there that story that he broke up with his girlfriend to get into character for The Pianist?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, if that's true, then he absolutely deserves to get dumped.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that top hat.
Can you imagine getting broken up with and the excuse is I'm sorry, I'm a method actor? And it's just like, okay, yeah.
All right.
You can go right to hell.
All right, Jared Leto.
Yeah. At that point, it feels like he just wanted to break up with her and needed an excuse.
Yeah.
Like that's what that feels like.
Getting really into character.
Yeah.
God.
Come on, Adrian Brody.
Come on, man.
It would be at least he won an Oscar for it. It would be worse if he had broken up with his girlfriend for The Village.
Yes. That is it's a really good point.
Yeah. So clean, yeah.
Yeah, so
looks
clean.
Fine.
Yeah, I mean, it looks fine. I like like Adrian Brody as an actor. And I also,
he's a good actor.
And I also love bringing up this castle story.
Incredible.
Because of this photo shoot.
Yeah. It's one of those things. If there's nothing like really insidious he's done, I would put him in the category of a great actor that I wouldn't hang out with.
Oh, yeah.
Like if I met him and he was like, "Hey, you want to go hang out?" I'd be like, "You know what? I'm all set, Adrian.
I'm good.
But I like your work."
He does seem like he'd be a terrible hangout.
Yeah, exactly. But I like his work.
Yeah, he's a great actor.
Yeah,
just stay the fuck away from me, Adrian.
Take your top hat and go back inside your castle.
Yeah.
But I will watch your John Wick movie.
Yeah, I'll watch The Jacket. Sure.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Next trailer for The House.
Oh, this looks cool.
Yeah.
This looks fucking
what a fun
nuts.
trailer that they put together for this. It's all over the place, but it's still very contained and together, and it feels very stitched together while also being like very back and forth tonally, and like it looks so good.
Yeah, this is coming out on the Netflix. It's got Helena Bonham Carter in there.
I didn't even look at the cast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's directed by multiple people, and it's all stop motion. And I think it takes place in the same house, hence the title.
Seems
I'm
like
guessing.
it. Yeah.
It seems like
it's
it.
different
Yeah.
It seems like there's
stories.
like mice that live in the house, so you get like this tiny version, and there's like people. They're weird looking people, but
Really tiny
yeah.
face, real Charlie Kirk motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Well,
Just the tiniest faces.
Yeah.
Real
Here's
dick
what's
Real
tracy
tiny
interesting.
faces
villains.
on big heads. Yeah.
And cats is the other.
Cats.
Cats. What's interesting is I don't think it says it takes place across different eras.
They definitely are not taking place at the same time. It seems pretty
Which is-
clear from the trailer.
Yeah, but that's funny to me because you have the mice have a little version of the house and the cats have a slightly bigger, and then the humans. It's like you could frame that as they're all existing in the same house.
Yeah, like upstairs, downstairs.
But no, it appears that there will be a time where the cats will rule.
Yeah.
And then the mice will rule.
It's a prophecy, Dave.
Yeah. This is like Cloud Atlas or something.
In many ways.
Yeah. It looks really fucking cool.
It
though.
does.
I
it
would,
does.
Out of all the trailers, I would recommend watching this one.
It's hands down the most interesting Netflix trailer I've seen in a long time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Aside from one we'll talk about soon too.
Oh, sure.
But yes, I was like, oh, you're doing a thing. It's actually like, it seems interesting. It's not based on some fucking thing I know about.
Right. Yeah, I have nothing else to say about the house except this looks really fucking interesting.
Yeah.
And beautiful. And so I guess that's when we talk about the now.
This is a Roku channel exclusive movie, which
This fucking
This trailer fucked me up. It starts with Dave Franco talking about his brother killed himself, and then you reveal that the therapist he's talking to is Bill Murray. And I was like, oh. And then it says,
Bill Murray with a mid-back ponytail.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then it cuts to from the Farley brothers, and I was like, I need to stop, and I need to sit down for a
I need
second.
to stop and collect myself.
Throwing a lot
Also,
of balls
this
at
is
you
a-
once, yeah.
Yeah. And then Daryl Hannah's there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a series.
Oh, it's a
I don't
series.
know.
Okay. I thought it was a
yeah.
movie.
Really? I thought it was
Yeah.
a movie.
No.
That's interesting because like the trailer. Okay, because like you're watching the trailer, like okay, Bill Murray's in it, and then he's in a couple scenes. They're all in the same space, and at one point, the joke is that he's texting and not paying attention. And I'm just watching him like, okay, so he agreed to be in this because he had to be on set one day, and he could sit throughout the entire time. And at one point, he was probably texting, and they're like, oh, okay, let's use that. We'll put
Right.
that in because you're clearly not here to be in this.
I think Bill Murray has this thing where it's certain directors, he's clearly like Jim Jarmusch. It's like he'll always be in one of his films. Because I assume he gets along with them. The Farley brothers is weirdly one of those directors, I think, where like he's
Yeah.
down with them. And he's in 5 episodes. I looked it up. It might still have been a day, Like, it might just be he keeps coming back to his therapist, right? And it,
right.
Like, bookends,
yeah. It's like, okay, we've changed your outfit 5 times, and then we're good.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That was my assumption, too, when I thought it was a movie. Was like, oh, yeah, he's just doing a cameo.
Yeah.
Alyssa Milano's in this.
Mm-hmm.
Pete Davidson is in this. And I guess a bunch of other people.
Jackson
I'm just
Jr.,
going.
Jimmy Tatro. Yeah, it doesn't. The problem is that it doesn't look very funny to me.
It looks. Yeah, it looks.
Maybe it's a trailer problem, but
The Farley brothers, you know.
Yeah. I didn't hate Dumb and Dumber 2. Weirdly,
I didn't see Dumb and Dumber 2.
It's fine. It's the same movie.
Then that's
pretty
fine.
much.
Yeah, I liked it.
Then it sounds pretty funny then.
Yeah, Bill Murray has a fun cameo in that.
Okay.
I
don't know. I can see, like, the trailer isn't very funny, but like I can see some of like the beats that they show you in the trailer where it's like the beginning offer of like Dave Franco going to therapy because his brother committed suicide and his mom called him to let him know about it as he himself was in the process of like planning out his own suicide. Like, that's a little much. Like, that's a little like too much. But like the other stuff we get to see, like gangsters coming after him for his brother's debt, and they cut his pinky off and they have it in a glass full of ice that his friend clearly scooped out of a urinal. Is like, so I can see some of those elements coming together to make like a comedy that's
joke.
like good. I don't know.
Yeah.
That was a weird way to phrase that. Sorry.
Yes. I know what you're saying. I'm looking at the Farley brothers directing history, and I'm realizing, because I know there was a point where I was like, I'm no longer entertained. And I thought it was like halfway through their career.
It was after like 2 or 3 movies.
It was very early on, yeah.
It was very
Their
early.
first movie was Dumb and Dumber. Kingpin, There's Something About Mary, which I'm guessing would be a hard rewatch. I haven't seen it in a while.
I rewatched it recently. There's some it's about 50-50. There's some stuff that's still pretty funny, and then there's other stuff that's like, Jesus Christ, you would not make that joke right now.
Right. And then it literally after that, that's it. I'm done. Like,
You got Me, Myself,
it.
and Irene. You got Shallow Hal. You got Stuck on You. You got Fever Pitch with
Fever Pitch.
Jimmy
Jimmy Fallon. Yeah.
The Three Stooges.
Movie 43.
Fuck, that's right. They did Three Stooges.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Green Book.
Green Book.
Green Book.
Always forget that he did a Green Book.
And Green Book scares me because it makes me think they're like, oh, we can do serious stuff now. And this is what I'm scared for the now, where it's like, are they going to try to do like emotional stuff? I don't know. It's fine.
It's really unclear. The trailer does not help its case. For me, personally.
Yeah.
I don't know. But like everyone in it is like, they're funny people, potentially.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah. A lot of diminishing returns on the fucking Farrelly brothers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and like, I don't know.
They flamed out real quick.
Yeah.
They did. And I'm not mad at them because I just stopped watching their
Yeah,
movies.
no.
Yeah, it's
And
I
my life
got,
is great.
I got older, and it's like the stuff that's funny when you're 12 in the 90s doesn't really, it's not meant to last forever.
Let me tell you what I am excited for, because I just looked up what their next film is.
Mm-hmm.
It's called The Greatest Beer Run Ever. And it has Bill Murray, because, I think Bill Murray is just always
He's just
like,
friends
down.
with them, yeah.
Zac Efron, which is all right, and Russell Crowe. And I'm like,
Now we're talking.
Oh,
Now we're
All
talking.
right. Okay.
That's a film.
Every story I've heard about Russell Crowe in comedy is a disaster.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I mean, he's great in The Nice Guys.
He is. No, it's more of like the behind the scenes stories is like what I've heard is that he thinks he's very funny.
Of course he does. Of course he does. He thinks
And,
he's
like,
good at everything.
Stories of him on SNL and stuff like that. He's great in the Nice Guys. It's just him in a Farley Brothers movie sounds like a beautiful disaster. And I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see whatever that is.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm not saying it'll be good.
Yeah.
I will
So anyway,
watch the trailer.
yeah, I will definitely watch the trailer. I may seek it out, provided it's not an exclusive to the Roku channel, because I'm definitely never going to watch the Now because of that. at the very least, because of the fact that it's a Roku channel exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Also, this Greatest Beer Run Ever movie appears to be written by the guy who wrote Green Book.
Holy shit! More. The genre for the Greatest Beer Run Ever is drama/war.
But
this is not a comedy.
Well, so
a man's story
now
of
I'm not
leaving New
interested
York.
anymore. I no longer care.
But then
Oh my
it was
God! It's about
also
Vietnam.
written by another guy who wrote The Now, and that movie Hall Pass with Owen Wilson.
Oh my God!
About and
That
Jason
is
Sudeikis.
a terrible film.
I believe you. I absolutely believe you. So it's okay, so the director of Green Book is making this movie that's not a comedy, written by the writer of Green Book and this bad comedy writer. So what is the movie?
You know what? I hope it's the best movie ever.
It
made.
might be.
It could be.
Perfect.
Yeah,
It
what
has
if all of
potential.
these-
It has
Yeah.
potential to be the greatest film ever constructed.
Oh my God! I can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
It has potential to be the greatest beer run ever.
Yeah, the Now not so much, but this
No,
movie.
sorry,
this
The
movie
Now.
I'm hyped for.
All right,
Um,
let's move on.
Apologies to
Yeah.
The Now.
Let's get the hype going with The Lost City.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
I am
Okay.
actually very excited for this movie.
I have such mixed feelings about this movie. For the listeners, I guess, The Lost City is about a romance adventure novelist, and the person who is the model for the main character in this series of books.
Her Fabio, basically, his cover model.
It's her Fabio. And then a billionaire hires her to find the Lost City from her fake books. And then an adventure happens. Is that pretty
the
accurate?
billionaire being played
Yeah.
by Daniel Radcliffe.
Daniel Radcliffe, yes.
Daniel Radcliffe, and then Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum.
Yes.
Yeah, and Daniel Radcliffe, he's basically like playing his character from Now You See Me Too, it feels like. Like he loves to play like villainous billionaires, I've noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the beautiful film.
It's got a real Jewel of the Nile vibe to me.
Yes, it
Or,
absolutely does.
Romancing the Stone, rather.
I think it's trying to be, right?
Yeah,
I think
I'm sure. I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Oh, and Brad Pitt is there.
Brad Pitt's there, too.
That was that bit was funny to me. Like that was
They should
incredible.
have they shouldn't have spoiled that in the trailer.
Yeah, they should have
Yeah.
left that as a reveal because he shows up as like a real adventure at the end of the trailer, and it's it's. I thought it was fun.
Very funny, flowing hair. It got me.
Yeah.
Great trailer. My concern is just that it's too much and they lean too much in because it's a very funny premise and you're doing it's like half of a parody and half not a parody. I just wonder how much the stuff where they think they're doing the joke is gonna miss the mark, and the stuff where they think they're doing the adventure is gonna also miss the mark. But
Yeah, that's true.
But who knows? I don't know. It looks fun. Everyone in it is seems very funny.
Yeah, everybody's very charming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I predict it'll absolutely be a piece of shit, and I'm gonna love it because it's just, it's barely a movie in my head.
Right.
It's
It feels like a fake
fun.
movie.
It's just, but it looks like a fucking blast.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna get my treasure hunting fix out of it. I don't think that's gonna be.
No, I think
Well, and-
I'm having less of a struggle feeling it is a real movie just because I immediately connected it to Romancing the Stone. But I would
But it
probably
feels almost like a parody of
a little
Romancing the
bit,
Stone.
yeah. But Romancing the Stone is a little broad in itself too.
That's true.
So I'm thinking it'll probably be similar to that in terms of how much of an adventure fix you're going to get out of it, which is not going to be much. It's going to be more the comedy and the chemistry between the leads.
It's not going to be much adventure at all.
Here's the thing that's Channing Tatum, the most charming person ever. I love seeing him on film. Sandra Bullock, also the most charming fucking person ever. She's one of those people where remember her career began where she was funny sidekick.
Yes.
And that she's so fucking funny. and she's so good at comedy, and that almost got muddled in her career over time, and we forget that about her. And so that combination of those two, I think, is just gonna fucking explode with charisma. Or it'll be like Dracula Dead and Loving It, where you get these two wonderful elements and they cancel each other out.
Right.
You know?
Right, yeah.
It's one or the other. But it's like, I'm so excited for this combination.
Yeah.
It's just...
And then you got Daniel Radcliffe running around in there.
Yeah, he's there too, and that's fine.
Yeah.
It's totally fine. Nothing against him being there.
Yeah.
No.
No, he looks like he's having a fun time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Brad Pitt.
And then Brad Pitt.
Yeah,
showing
having
up
a
in
little good time.
Yeah.
I'm into this. I'm into
it too. It's got that. I don't even know if it's made by them. It has Netflix look. That Netflix problem.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm talking
Yes.
about? Where everything looks like it was shot on a green screen, even the shots that weren't.
Yeah.
Like nothing looks real, and everything's bright and evenly colored and brightly colored, and it has that like really terrible aesthetic that Netflix films seem to have.
I think it's a lot of films, right? And not specifically Netflix, but it's definitely not just Netflix, but yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the mid 2000s had that too.
Yeah, like a real Tomb Raider sheen to it.
Yeah, like the rundown stuff like that.
Yes. Yeah.
Where like I think that might also be part of why I'm like, ooh, I don't know about this one, because it has that aesthetic, and I feel like that is also going to sort of translate to like the humor of the movie, where it'll be like the approximation of like this fun idea, and like maybe their charisma on screen will sort of save it, but. It feels like the visuals are like maybe an indicator of the writing too, but I don't know.
Right, the writing is important.
The beats in the trailer landed for me, so I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in. I'm on board.
Well, does it help or hurt to know that one of the writers also wrote Mortal Kombat, the new one?
I don't think
the Cloverfield Paradox.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what else do we got here? Escape Room Tournament of Champions.
You see, you do this a lot, Dave, and I think the only thing we've learned from this is that there are working screenwriters in Hollywood.
I know. I still love doing it.
Yeah.
The other writer did Cruella.
It's impossible to know, right?
It's impossible to know.
Couples Retreat.
True.
Oh, she didn't write it. She did it.
No, the only thing when I do this, the only thing it says is that this was written by a career screenwriter who was probably... It's written by people whose job is for a studio to say, this is the next thing you're working on. We need it in the X amount of time. Go. And they know how to construct a story that's acceptable. And so I guess what I'm saying is this was nobody's passion project, probably.
Sure.
Although this is directed by... two brothers with the last name Nee. I assume they're brothers. That would be a hell of a coincidence.
Mm-hmm.
That would be pretty
so
wild.
Maybe they were, maybe they're passionate about it. I don't know. I'm still really the same amount of excited as I was.
Yeah,
nothing has
talking
changed. About this.
Yeah, absolutely nothing. I have not talked myself out of anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's move on.
Yes, because I really want to talk about this. This is called The Woman in the House Across the Street from the Girl in the Window.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's that title is clearly
a parody.
Well, like, you remember that Scary Movie was originally called Scream, If You Know What I Did Last Summer?
Yeah.
Or is something like that.
Well,
it reminds me of that.
And Scream was originally called Scary Movie.
That's hilarious. So this is clearly a parody of that.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a parody. It seems to be a parody of murder mysteries involving quote-unquote basket case female protagonists.
Yeah, the girl in the train.
Girl
is
on the
another
train,
one.
woman in the window. That's what it's spoofing, at least in the title.
At least in the title.
Yes.
Yes. That's the thing. It's a TV miniseries, and maybe it's the trailer's fault, but they do not want us to know it's a spoof. It feels like in the trailer.
First they do, where it's like she's drinking, it's Kristen Bell, and she's drinking increasingly larger glasses of wine, and then in one shot she's just two-fisting wine glasses. And so it's at first it seems clearly like a parody, but then as the trailer progresses, it seesaws back and forth between being like a comedy murder mystery and a straight up parody, and it's really hard to tell what exactly they're going for based on what we see in the trailer. Yeah,
right, because both of those are fine. Like, I would watch her do a parody of this genre or like a funny version of the genre.
Yeah,
those are two different things.
Right,
but I
would watch either one.
Both.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but like together, it's like, okay, but like, is it going to be like very silly, or is it going to be like, oh, she's funny and charming to watch as this character in this scenario, and we're going to follow that comedy, or is it like we're spoofing this?
Right.
Pick one.
Yeah,
pick one. But I don't know if it's the makers or it's the trailer.
It might be the trailer, because that title's the intent of that title is unmistakable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You would think.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. This is the series was directed by Michael Lehman, Lehmann.
I didn't recognize that name for some reason.
Yeah, because this motherfucker owned the 90s, and I want to know what happened. He directed Heathers, that's the 80s, Hudson Hawk, Airheads, My Giant, and then 40 Days and 40 Nights in 2002. And since then, he's been doing nothing but television. And that's weird to me, because I kind of want to see what else is in him, movie-wise.
Yeah.
I feel like you get one Hudson Hawk.
That's true.
Yeah. Before they take the keys away.
Yeah. But that's a hell of a legacy.
Yeah.
It ended with 40 Days and 40 Nights. He did something called Flakes later. I don't know.
Who can say?
But since then, he's just been doing a lot of TV. I don't know. Good for him.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, this I don't know, man.
I'm curious enough to watch the first episode to figure out what the hell this is.
Right. The problem is that this ad, it's all right. So like you guys are saying, a murder mystery or a parody, I'd watch either. Mm-hmm. But I need to know which.
Yeah.
And like if it's funny, I need some jokes.
Yeah.
Like show me why it's funny.
There's definitely like jokes in it. Like like tonally it's like okay, it's like a little lighthearted except when it's not. But it's just like is it what I think it's just gonna need to watch the first episode
really,
because like
it
might be, it seems like it could be quite fun.
But it really is a case of like whoever made this trailer, I have some notes for you.
Yeah.
Because you've created a trailer that made me not want to see this. Because it just like it's like they chose all the worst aspects to highlight.
Yeah, and sort of jumbled them together to make it kind of confusing.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Next trailer?
Yeah.
We're cranking through them. Through them. Should we stop and thank some more producers since we are not doing news stories?
That is an excellent point. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, real quick. Big thanks to Chester's Prophet. Thank you very much. Thank you to definitely not Guillermo del Toro. We'll see. We'll see about that.
We'll see how that turns out. Yeah.
Thank you to Brian, who Tom knows.
I do.
Thank you to Bob Grenville. Thank you. Thank you to Steven. Thank you to Han Toomey, the Confused Cyborg. Thank you to Asking Seven. And thank you to Happy Ed 209.
All right, let me step in here. Thank you to Tiger George Pratt Thompson. Raindrops keep falling on my head. Sorry, buddy, I can't sing this week. Thank you to Dan Hackroyd.
Thank you.
Thank you to Manischewitz Maltov says the spice must flow, comrades.
Thank you.
Thank you to E.T. the Extravagant Terresticle.
Thank
you to Cody Johnston's Time Machine noise.
Thank you.
Thank you to Pete Vorpagel.
Thank you.
Thank you to Glitterous, CFO of Michael Shannon's Chocolate Factory.
Thank you.
And thank you to subscribe to Jason Pargin's Substack.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more to go.
Cool.
Starting with Archive 81.
I'm into it.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm into it.
Fuck me up.
Fuck me up, Archive 81. Okay, it's a horror series coming to Netflix. It's about this dude archiving a bunch of old tapes. Stumbles upon this tape that this woman made in 1994 doing a project on this apartment building and the creepy goings-on in said apartment building. And then creepy goings-on start to occur simultaneously in 1994 in the present time. It seems to involve some sort of cult like Rosemary's Baby living in the apartment complex. I'm on board. Found a creepy person discovering box of creepy old videotapes is extremely my shit.
Yeah,
on board.
It's like the plot of. It's like they took the bookends of VHS, the series, and made that a series because it is. It seems like it's a little found footagey, but also not. It has like it looks really fun.
Yeah,
I'm excited
Great trailer.
for this.
Seems real good.
Some good images in the trailer.
Yeah,
Spooky little images in the trailer.
Yeah, I could really use a new series too.
Yeah,
I started Ring of Time, Wheel of Time, and I got 13 minutes in. And
I saw that.
Not for me.
I will say, so I'm actually watching it too, because when Swain was in town, he had watched the first one, and I watched the second one with him because he had read the books, and was saying amazing, very supportive things about the books. That like they get really weird, and like it's not. It seems like it's a traditional like Lord of the Rings ripoff, but it's actually not. So I'm giving it a further chance beyond that. I do understand your concern with watching it and being like, okay, so they're running from orcs. Okay, so there's a special boy. Okay, like all the steps of the way. It's like fucking what are we doing? We're wasting our time with.
It was also very like, I don't have time for this.
Yeah, no, totally, exactly.
I need a new series, but like this one is exhausting me already.
This is
I have been enjoying it a little as it progresses, but I definitely understand how you might just not have time for it.
Mm-hmm. I'll give it another shot. We'll see. I put down Game of Thrones and picked it back up. So
yeah, sure.
And that went great. So
I'm watching trash.
Maybe I'll do that
days.
again. Yeah.
Yeah, my sister over break convinced my girlfriend and I to start watching Vampire Diaries, and so we are. It is so fucking bad in so many incredible ways. I won't even get into it, but probably gonna watch all of it. So.
I love a good trash
it's
though.
So
when you get into
bad.
it,
it's so bad.
It's when you like Lucifer.
Yeah.
There's some good trash if you really want to sink your teeth into it.
Just like imagining like who wrote this, and had they watched the previous 5 episodes before they wrote the 6th episode of the show? Like it's just it's a beautiful disastrous mess. And so we're just gonna keep on trucking.
Wonderful.
Because we hate ourselves, apparently.
Yeah.
But
Vampire
Archive
Diaries.
81, looking
That looks
good.
Yeah. All right. Next trailer is "You Won't Be Alone." This is about a witch.
I'm not sure. It's like a creepy
demon soul, right? Or like a sort of a constant entity of some kind.
So according to the synopsis, it's witchy. An isolated mountain village in the 19th century, a young girl is kidnapped and then transformed into a witch. So
okay,
all right.
She's a witch. I thought it was like maybe a werewolf.
Yeah, they do say like the wolf eateress or something.
Eatress, yeah.
And it's got what's her name from Dragon Tattoo? I have no idea how to pronounce her name, but from the original Dragon Tattoo. Yeah, Numi Rapace.
It's one of those names where it's like, is it just what it's spelled?
Right.
That feels wrong.
Yeah. I'm trying to be fancy about this, but like, yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, and I don't know. This looks good.
Oh yeah, it looks.
It's Numi Rapace. Apparently, I just listened to it. Yeah.
Some compelling images.
Yeah, it looks like a A24 movie.
Yes. Yeah. It's like that. It got that thing where it's like, okay, I want to watch this, but it's mildly exhausting, so I'll probably have to like be in the right headspace.
Yeah.
Because I don't think this is going to be a fun watch.
No, it doesn't look fun.
Yeah.
It does not look fun.
Not a fun
Getting like
movie.
Nightingale vibes, where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to really fucking like
strap in and
yeah.
Man, Nightingale, very
Nightingale.
good, but oof.
Very good movie. Yeah, it's a lot. So yeah, I don't know, and maybe it's not. You know, I think of something like The Green Knight. That was a film that I was also like, okay, here we go, and then I'm like, oh, I could watch this movie every day.
Yeah,
Like-
Green Knight was not heavy.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, it was kind of fun.
But yeah, this does look good. I mean, we had a good trailer run today.
Yeah,
Yeah,
honestly.
there's some good stuff in here for sure.
Yeah. Next trailer
Let's
is
keep it moving.
keep it moving because the next trailer is Death on the Nile.
Okay.
Ooh.
Death on the Nile. I am excited for Death on the Nile. It's been delayed like by 2 years now at this point.
Right. This is one where it's like, wow, right. Like
This was supposed to come out in like 2019.
yeah, and like you know, so a few things have aged.
Yeah, they completely omit Army Hammer from this
I was
trailer.
about to say.
Oh,
I
thank you.
saw-
Because I was like, wait, where was he? His name.
They hid him in this trailer.
Yeah, it's at the very end. They list him, and it's like clearly you were legally had to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like, Murder on the Orient Express was okay. Like, I just thought it was okay, but I did like Kenneth Branagh as Poirot. So I'm excited to see him make more Agatha Christie murder mysteries. It's my shit.
Okay.
Yeah, I also think this looks really good. Like I like the look of the cinematography. It's very like, it's actually similar to The Lost City, but more extreme in a way that actually looks intentional and beautiful. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It's
where it's like
yeah. Sorry, go.
colorful and dreamlike and fake looking, but in a way that feels like they knew what they were doing.
Yeah, it looks like a filmmaker did it. Like, not to disrespect to the people who made The Lost City, but like it's very grandiose, like you said, very colorful, and it's got an aesthetic choice, but it's done in a way that looks like it's on purpose and not just sort of like a filter is over it, which I think The Lost City sort of looks like. Where it's like, okay, we do shots like this, we'll do this, whereas this looks like a director made choices.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's directed by Kenneth Branagh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mixed feelings about that, but it's fine. Just like you're the main guy, you're also directing it. Like, pick a thing, and your movie will probably be better. But who knows? I don't know. I didn't see the other one.
He did. Yeah, he did the other one. He directs. He did Thor.
Oh no, I'm not saying like it's not like his talent as a director. Just like the wearing two hats and trying to get like the best product while also trying to be the actor in it. But you know.
He did Artemis Fowl.
It's true. Yeah.
He did
do Artemis Fowl.
Fowl.
You cannot argue with that.
Yeah. He did Jack Ryan Shadow Recruit.
Oh, well now I'm on board.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
That is not a good movie. Yeah, I mean, well, him directing it's just basically it doesn't mean it's no indication of a good or bad film.
It's just
No, yeah.
I kind of have the same feeling. Like, I liked the first Murder on the Orient Express, and then I never watched it again, and I was happy with that. And I have a feeling it's the same here. Like, it's like a Mission Impossible film where it's like,
well,
I'll go see it, I'll enjoy it, and then I'll forget about it.
In fairness, I don't often rewatch murder mysteries.
Yeah, that's
There's very few that I did. It's like Seven and Rope, I think, and Rope's not a mystery. So.
Oh yeah, we know who did it.
Yeah, from Jump and Rope, so that was a bad example. But like Seven is kind of like the only one that I regularly rewatch.
You don't watch Gosford Park?
Excellent.
I saw it for the first time with you on a podcast.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. I watch Gosford Park like twice a year. It never ruins it for me.
It's a pretty sweet movie, yeah. Well, because Gosford Park also kind of ends ambiguously.
Yeah, that's true.
There's still a question mark as to who the murderer is.
That would
Spoilers for Gosford Park.
Yeah, spoilers for Gosford Park. So.
Spoilers for Gosford Park. We
fucking 22-year-old movie.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have much invested in this where I'm like, this will be fun.
I'm going to sit down and watch it, and I'll probably enjoy it because it's an Agatha Christie book.
Yep.
And I'll be like, yay, and then move on with my life.
Agatha Christie, I also don't know. So, like, I don't know who did it. I don't know who did it. No one spoil it for me.
Oh, I don't either.
Okay, good.
Probably Armie Hammer. That was my guess.
Probably, yeah. That's when I saw his name, I was like, oh, yeah.
He's
found him.
murderer.
Got him.
I like
found
how
him
these
chewing
films,
on the body.
I do like these films now tradition of having one problematic actor.
One extremely problematic actor.
Yeah, So maybe he's the murder victim if they go by that pattern. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
If he was, that would be like accidentally one of the most incredible film series ever, where they just keep murdering problematic actors.
Oh my god! All right, well, next trailer is for Sundown.
Perfect trailer.
This
is a really good trailer.
Perfect trailer.
It is. So
Notes to every other
reviews-
trailer that we've talked about, and any trailer from now on. This is how you make a good trailer that makes me want to see your movie.
So according to, I'm really interested in this one. According to reviews, it is in fact a lot of just watching Tim Roth relax, which I'm very excited for.
Right, hell yeah.
Okay.
It's like, because that's what it is in the trailer, Tim Roth relaxing. It's about a man who like is on vacation with his family and apparently decides to stay when they leave. And there's something in the trailer about money. There's like a money issue, and then there's clearly some sort of violence that happens. That's
it.
That's all I know about it.
Yeah, that's all they really give us.
Yeah, it's just a very tense trailer that builds. Actually, like the trailer actually builds tension
without telling you what happens.
Yeah,
and I think that's like a real problem, obviously, with trailers these days. Like, oh, we gotta like show like some action and like build that tension, and it's just showing you what happens. And even though this is probably like many shots towards the end of the movie, I still have no idea what happens. Barely what it's about.
It looks really intense though, and it looks extremely compelling.
Yeah,
I highly recommend people check out this trailer.
Yeah, it looks
and
good.
I do just from the reviews I've seen, because people like the movie, but they're definitely saying like it's definitely got its own pace. Which I don't hate. I actually like movies that do that play with pacing in interesting ways. I would say a lot of The Green Knight is a movie that does that. Where it's like we're not gonna cut away. We're gonna stay on this moment for a while. Stuff like that. So I don't know. I'm very excited to see what this director has apparently made a bunch of movies that are, praised. His name is Mikel Franco. I can only assume he's one of the Francos, right?
Must be. You're not allowed to be called.
Yeah,
that
there's no other way. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, it looks great.
Any other thoughts?
No.
No.
Go watch the trailer if you have not, because it looks real good. That's my note.
Yeah, good note. All right. Next trailer. We're getting down to like the hypiest of hypes. I saved some of these for last. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
This is the Michelle Yeoh multiverse movie, and it looks fucking incredible.
This is Michelle Yeoh in The One.
Yeah, it's The One.
Yeah. Plus Sense8, a little Sense8 in there too.
I didn't see Sense8.
Oh, okay. And she's like inheriting, because it's multiverse, and she's like getting the skills from the other versions of her, right? In the multiverse.
It seems to be that way. Yeah.
Sense8 was that it's like a group of, I believe, 8 people who can like link mentally, and so they get each other's skills. That was a part of it.
Okay.
A
little bit of that.
Oh yeah, Sense8 is a lot of fun. It's the Wachowskis.
She's in all 4 of the next Avatars.
Oh hell yeah!
Interesting.
Oh really?
Yeah. Good for her.
Good for her.
Yeah.
That's money. That's money.
Yeah.
This is 2 directors. One of them is the director of Swiss Army Man. So
you can tell.
Yeah.
Like Daniels is all over this trailer. It's looks.
Oh, they're both the director.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 2 guys named Daniel.
Yeah, they're Daniels.
They're from like Channel 101 back in the many years ago. They did a few things for them, yeah. Or like that's where I first like saw their stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks great. Can't wait. Gonna watch it. Hyped up for it. Casting about it.
Yeah. Extremely hyped up for this one.
Yeah, it looks
Jamie
like a
Lee
lot of
Curtis
fun.
looks great in it. Yeah, yeah. James Hong is in it.
Yeah, he sure is.
God damn. This cast. Fuck. When does this come out? Can I watch it soon?
I'm not sure, actually.
March 25th, it says.
Okay.
March 25th.
There we go.
Oh, that's sooner than I expected, actually.
Yeah. This isn't a movie that deserves more hype because it is getting plenty of hype, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like people have been talking about it. Yeah.
As soon as the trailer dropped,
it's A24.
Yeah.
Forgot it was A24.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fucking great.
Yeah, they're continuing their making good movies thing that they do. Apparently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're on that. Yeah, that's their
thing that they like to do.
Weird thing they're into. Yeah.
It's a bold strategy.
Yeah, it's working out for them. Interesting. More people should try it.
Yeah. What if we made good movies?
Wow.
All right. Well, speaking of good movies,
yeah, and A24,
final
right?
trailer.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Final trailer. The Northman.
The Northman. Fucking Robert Eggers' next movie is follow up to The Lighthouse.
Fuck.
It's about fucking Viking vengeance.
Right. He wrote it, and so did I never know how to pronounce this guy's name, but they wrote the second writer did Lamb and Dancer in the Dark. So it's going to be a real hoot, this one.
Yeah, a lot of fun
movie.
A lot of fun in this.
Yeah.
It looks like a lot of fun.
Oh,
yeah.
It looks like a lot of very specific kind of fun.
Yeah.
You know what, Robert Eggers, he doesn't, I'm not comparing their styles, but a director hasn't made me this excited, I think, since Darren Aronofsky was making The Fountain, which is a weird comparison now that we've come off of that.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Where it was like, Darren Aronofsky made these like indie films, and then Hollywood was like, "You want money?" Mm-hmm. And he was like, "Yes." Do I have to change? And they're like, "Nope." And he's like, "All right, yeah, give me money, you idiots." Mm-hmm. That's what this is. Where it's like fucking, we got Nicole Kidman in this. We got like we got Ethan Hawke.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And this director is clearly like, "I'm gonna do the thing I'm gonna do," and they're like, "That's great.
Yeah, we love it.
Just
do it.
Perfect.
Yeah. I'm so fucking excited.
Man. Willem Dafoe's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he fucking is.
He's just talking to investors like, it's going to be a bummer, and they're like, here's money. I don't give a shit.
We make it more of a bummer. Here's more money.
Yeah.
It's a pretty straightforward story, it seems. It's a princeling his father, the king, is murdered by his uncle, and he escapes this life and vows to return to exact vengeance as Alexander Skarsgard. Yeah.
I think by law, if you make a Viking movie, you have to have a Skarsgard in there.
There were originally more than one, you remember?
Really?
And then I think Bill had to drop out. One of them had to drop out.
Skarsgård.
Too many Skarsgards, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I do remember part of the initial hype around the announcement of this film was, one, it's Robert Eggers' follow-up, but two, it's a Viking movie starring multiple Skarsgards.
Oh, yeah.
This is
got Bjork in it.
Gonna be,
it does have Bjork in it, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
she's playing Cirrus, which I assume means like a mystical. Like I think there's gonna be like a scene or two, right?
Yeah, she's gonna be like a Bjork type character.
Yeah. It would have been so good if it was Bjork as herself.
Yeah,
and it was just Bjork, and the implication is that she is just an ageless creature,
she's just a timeless being. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, and it would have been fine. Yeah, really, the person who stands out is Ethan Hawke, because he seems like, I don't know, he's down for things. He's DTF. And I'm glad he's in here, but I just wouldn't have expected Ethan Hawke in here.
Yeah,
there he is. Yeah.
There he is.
There he
when I
is.
first saw the trailer, I was like, wait, is that okay?
Yeah.
That's how he gets you.
Let's do it. Let's do it. All right.
You never expect Ethan Hawke, and there he is.
Exactly. Oh man, this is
Moon Knight's very own Ethan Hawke.
Is he in Moon Knight?
Yeah, he's in Moon Knight.
Oh, of course he is.
he
Why
doing?
wouldn't he be? Why wouldn't he be?
What's he doing in Moon Knight?
He's one of the main guys in Moon Knight.
He's also in Knives Out too, which that makes sense.
Yeah, that
makes
checks
sense,
out. You put him in a Knives Out. Yeah.
He's also in a movie called Raymond and Ray, and he plays Ray.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah. Don't know what that's about.
seems
Not
like a
gonna
Ray.
check.
He
Not
seems
gonna
like
look
Ray.
into it. Ewan McGregor looks like
Yeah.
he's Raymond. Yep. All right.
Yeah. But yeah, my fucking god, I'm so excited for
man.
the Northman.
Yeah, it looks incredible.
Yeah. It looks like, listen, if you liked The Witch and then you liked The Lighthouse, guess what? You'll probably like
Probably
The
going to
Northman.
enjoy whatever the hell this movie turns
Yeah.
out to be.
Yeah, no notes. Just take me for your weird ride, Robert Edgers. I'll be there.
And do another one.
Yeah. The only thing is, like, now that we had The Lighthouse, it's sort of like, where are the voices? Someone's got to be doing a voice.
Oh,
I
of
need
course.
multiple
You
accents.
hear a little bit of Ethan Hawke's voice in this,
Yeah,
and he's doing
yeah,
it. He's
that better
doing a
be.
whole ass. Willem Dafoe is just Willem Dafoeing his way through
That's
it.
all
which
you need
is,
to do.
know,
Yeah.
it's all you need from him.
That's all you can ask for.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
God, Willem Dafoe, what a hero. All right, well, that's it for trailers.
Ah, we did it.
We have,
yeah.
yeah, we did it. Well, before we close out, we got some more patrons to thank.
Ah,
here.
we sure do.
Yeah. Big thank you to the Midnight Patron. What patrons at midnight? Thank you to Exploding Runes. Thank you.
Exploding.
Exploding Runes. Thank you to Andrew, the Proud Satanist. Hal.
Sure.
Hail Satan. Thank you to Vincent. Thank you to Rev MD. Thank you to Lauren Gucci. Thank you to Bootler Boodleson. Thank you to Tux. Thank you to Ricky Cilantro. Thank you to Norm from Cheers.
Norm.
And
Norm.
Thank you. Thank you to Space McNulty.
Ah, yeah. Let me swoop in here. Thank you to Oh Great, It's That Guy. Thank you
Thank
to
you.
Nolan Mayton.
Thank
you to Andrew Falamarino on Twitch and Patreon at Heartfist Brain McGuire.
Thank you.
Thank you to AJ.
Thank
you
you.
to Tip Drizzle. Thank you to
you.
Burrito Mouth.
Thank you.
Thank you to the ghost of Dave Thomas.
Thank you.
Thank you to Aaron Burser.
Thank you.
Thank you to Christopher Robert Sparts, Esquire. Thank you to Mackenzie Fuck Shuffling with Willem Dafoe's confusingly large dick Chill.
Thank you.
Thank you to Funky J.
Thank you.
Thank you to Pie Guy.
Thank you.
Oh, guys.
We're done.
Oh, wait. Dave, one last
What?
thing. One final
What?
thing as we close out our inaugural episode of 2022.
What's up?
I want you to reach into your little sack,
All right, I'm touching my sack.
root around in there,
Yep.
Really get kind of wrist deep
I'm
in
in
there.
I'm in there.
And see if you can find a movie that deserves more hype.
Oh, I can.
Really? Oh, man. What luck.
That's a
Yeah.
good sack you got there.
Solid sack,
Yeah.
man. Strong sack.
Good strong sack filled with glorious gifts, such as this one. This is this is coming out on the Netflix, so you'd think it'd get enough hype, but it really isn't getting enough hype, in my opinion. This is called Big Bug. One word, Big Bug.
Big bug.
Yeah, it's coming out February 11th. It is about a universe in which robots are a thing. It's like a future. It's the future. Oh, it's 2050 actually. AI.
That is the
There's
future.
AI. Yeah, and suddenly the robots decide to take their masters hostage in their own home, and it's about that. Like various robots. The synopsis, as I noted, is terribly written.
Oof. Yeah, it's a
but
lot
it's
of
about-
exclamation points that make it sound like a wacky animated movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
It says like an intrusive neighbor and her enterprising sex robot are now forced to put up with each other.
Enterprising sex robot.
Yeah, in an increasingly hysterical atmosphere. There's a lot of that.
Yeah. Maybe it's the robot that's got a soul, or not.
Yes.
Like what?
It's terribly written synopsis. The trailer or teaser looks good, and what I'm hiding is that this is directed by Jean-Pierre Jeunet, who is the director of Amelie and Delicatessen and Alien Resurrection and City of Lost Children.
Yeah.
And, he doesn't direct that often, fairly often, but just not as often as some. And I'm always enjoying his work. He's visually gorgeous.
Really?
I like Alien Resurrection.
Yeah, I mean...
I
think he's a good director. And yeah, I'm definitely curious to see what this movie is, because the trailer is real short. It's like 40 seconds long.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you get a good look at some of the cool, weird robots in there that are as weird as you would expect from this director. I'm interested. I'm definitely interested.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah.
It's almost got like a Terry Gilliam vibe with a little more whimsy.
Yeah. He's Gilliam-esque. Like, a lot of his stuff is very Gilliam, but he hasn't made a full-length movie since 2009. So, or maybe, 2013, actually. So it's just like, man, I'm very excited to see what the fuck this is. He is a Gilliam-esque director in his cinematography, but the tone isn't quite the same usually. I don't know.
Yeah. It
similar.
seems it's similar aesthetic, but like it does seem tonally like it's got something else going on. I'm very excited about.
Yeah,
another great trailer.
Yeah. This just looks. I don't know. I'm just surprised people aren't talking about it.
You actually what? Sorry.
I'm just surprised people aren't talking about it more.
So I'm very. This is the first I heard about it.
Yeah.
So thanks for having me.
Thanks for whipping it out of the old sack for us.
Yeah.
But look, it comes out in a month too, so maybe it'll ramp up once. Because also like Netflix sometimes is just like they just pump so much stuff out that it doesn't really catch on until it exists for people to watch.
Yes.
So
and this one it's wild because I guess he's not a big director, but like. Fucking Amelie and Alien and City of Lost Children, those were notable when they came out. So, I don't know. It's weird that Netflix is just sort of slipping this one out.
Yeah.
People check out the trailer. And then go watch Alien Resurrection.
Yeah.
I might. I've actually never seen Alien Resurrection.
I think it's good. Here's my bold take on Alien Resurrection. We're going long. I promise it's 20 more minutes of just Alien Resurrection.
Excellent.
I think visually speaking, he's my favorite Alien director because it was so unique to him that I was like, ooh, I don't know. It was a great lens to look at the Alien universe. Not the best film, but visually I really liked his take on aliens.
Okay. I'll give it a shot.
Of the universe itself, I guess. Go watch Alien Resurrection, Cody.
I'm on a bit of a kick. I just finally watched Alien Covenant recently.
And
I'm down. I'm down with this. I'm looking at the trailer now. It looks
for Alien Resurrection?
It's like you said. Like it looks like the lens through which this world is being explored is at least interesting.
It's it's like grotesque in a in an interesting way. I'll give it that.
Yeah, it's almost that I think that's what it is that it's like the most H.R. Giger one in a weird way. And I think H.R. Giger is obviously a huge part of the aesthetic of Alien. And it's got Brad Dourif in it. And,
it sure does. It sure does.
He's his usual self.
Oh, man. I'm looking at this Alien 3 poster, and it is trash. At the very top, it says 3 times the suspense, 3 times the danger, 3 times the terror. And that's the fucking poster.
Have you not seen Alien 3?
I've seen Alien 3.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm looking at this poster, too. That is a terrible
I remember the tagline,
Oh, my God.
Yeah, vividly remember that tagline.
Awful trailer.
It doesn't make any sense because it's just one month. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't make any sense.
That makes any sense.
Why-
There were way
well,
more
it's-
aliens in the last movie.
Why did they put the 3 in the top right like it's math?
Like it's math, right?
It's alien.
Yeah.
It's alien
And
cubed.
And you're right. There's only one alien in Alien 3, so
Yeah.
why would they really pump the 3 side?
It's like, I like that. That's
aspect of
like
it.
that's the angle that the marketing decided to take was the number 3.
Like,
Right.
it's just like
We're
it's
gonna
got a
really
different title. if
Look,
anything.
listen,
Good
the
lord.
3 tested through the roof.
Yeah.
They
Give them the
All right.
3. People want the 3.
Here's what they should have done, because they had Alien, then Aliens. Alien 3 should have been named just one alien again.
Yeah,
Yeah. Just back to
back
one
to
alien.
one. Yeah, back to one
A
alien.
single alien.
Yeah.
Or yeah, one alien. Or
One alien.
Or
One
alien.
alien.
Or Alien 2.
Yeah.
All right.
Alien 2. Yeah. I like that.
Second alien.
Not confusing.
Not confusing. Yeah, very straightforward. And then you can cut this 3 times the suspense from the fucking poster. This dog shit poster. God. Well, they tried.
Yeah. So that's a podcast.
That is. We've done it.
It's official.
Cody, thank you so much for being a guest.
Of course.
Being
For being on
the
here.
Thanks for
first
having me.
guest of 2022.
Yeah.
Exciting
That's
stuff.
special.
I feel special.
Do you want to say anything to the world? Like a plug or like a manifesto,
Oh.
anything.
My name's Cody Johnston, and I make things online. And peace and love. Peace and love.
Okay.
Peace and love.
All right.
Yeah.
I would have preferred a manifesto, I think, but
That's kind of a manifesto.
That's kind of a manifesto.
yeah, it's true.
It's just really short.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
To the point. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's a concise manifesto.
Well, thank you. I'm gonna tell people about our Patreon, patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. You go on there. There's some exclusive podcasts. Sorry, I burped in my
You
mouth.
son of a bitch.
Great plug, Dave. Tom and Jeff watch Batman. Fox Mulder is a Maniac. Those are exclusive. We also have Star Trek: The Next Futurama and Spiel Boys, which we do in partnership with the Small Beans Network. Those are all for $5 a month. You get access to all of those. If you want to kick in a little more, we watch movies with our patrons every Friday night, which we're gonna do tonight. We're back in business, baby. We're getting back in it. We had a little break, but we're ready to go, sort of.
Oops, I just dropped a pen. See, listen, we're doing great, Dave. We're doing great.
Oh no, my finger fell off. We're literally falling apart.
We are
It's our-
deteriorating like
Yeah.
the
Falling
Maitlands
through
at the
my
end
floor.
of Beetlejuice.
Just shit my pants.
We also have a store. Head over to gamefullyunemployed.com where you can find a link to our Teespring store. We have all kinds of cool original artwork and designs you get on T-shirts, mugs, stickers, posters, all kinds of stuff. So check that out, won't you?
Check it out.
All right,
Won't you
we
now?
need to end this before we disintegrate. So say goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye.
everyone.
Our music is produced by Chris Corlew. You can follow him on Twitter at @thecorlew, CORLEW, and find more music at shipwreckedsailor.bandcamp.com. Our artwork is produced by Justin Brown. You can follow him on Twitter at @JustinTBrown, and find more of his artwork at artnessbyjustinbrown.com and justinbrown.info.